Oh, guys, please. 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 It's midnight. It's past midnight.
Yeah, it's almost 1 in the
It's
morning.
1 in the morning.
Well, we did watch the movie 7, right? 7 something? No, 8.
It was 8 because the 721 was sold out. So good for them, right?
Yeah,
It's doing well.
I guess.
I mean, our theater was packed, full of people.
No, it's not totally packed. It's
It
still
was
some
packed.
space. Still some space.
Like
left.
all the good spots were taken.
Yeah.
Like if you want to get in the nosebleeds, yeah, there wasn't anybody there.
So we watched the Batman v Superman, and then we're trying to do what's that?
Car review.
Yeah, in a car because we don't want to wake our family up, but
It failed.
Yeah,
Just like everything else, it failed. Just like this movie did.
Yes, so that's why we're doing this on the computer.
It's important. It's important that we review this.
To show what? To show everybody we are right. We have bigger ego than other people.
No, to relieve my anxiety and pain from watching this movie.
That's true. I feel horrible when I was watching the movie. I wish the movie ends.
It had the Lord of the Rings syndrome where it's like
not.
yeah, no, there would be like a perfect ending and then it would go, wait, there's more, and it's just like, come on, guys.
You didn't even have end credit.
You mean the ending after the
a
credits?
post credit. I mean,
Yeah, I thought there was, but
I thought
there is. I don't know.
So from what we just said, you guys knows we don't like the movie.
Well,
Explain yourself.
yeah, whatever. I don't hate it. Like
I hate it.
There's been movies that I've hated, but would I watch it again? No. Like resounding. like just because the good parts that they tried, it's like your child is trying to play like little league baseball, and he doesn't even know how to swing a bat. So like he'll get to the plate and you'll be like, oh good, he knows what he's doing, and then he'll fucking throw the bat into the stands like an idiot. And that's kind of what this movie was kind of doing with me. It's just like you're almost there. You almost got the idea. You got the source material. You kind of know what you're doing. And then you throw the fucking bat in the stands and you hit a guy in the face.
Okay, so what I feel... Okay, I read some review first.
Did you? I thought you...
I just briefly breeze over some review because
Really?
I don't have the freaking... time to read everything.
Freaking...
What?
No, I'm just making fun of you. Continue.
Anyway, so the two biggest points they most of negative review made was either it's no fun, it's too dark, and what's the other thing? But for me, it's not accurate about what I think about this movie. It's not no fun. It's boring.
Okay.
So I was just, oh my god, when does this end? It's super boring.
Okay.
It's not void of fun. No, it's still trying to have a little tidbit. Like Loser comes out, it's pretty fun, but it does not give me. It doesn't register to me. I don't feel it.
Okay, so you said critics gave you an idea of what to expect, and it was totally different for you, right? Because for me, that was the whole reason I wanted to see this movie.
Yeah.
Is because of the critics.
Yeah.
Because it was a whole. There's like articles about it going. Oh, is DC's baby already dead out of the water because of these horrible reviews? Like, is its franchise is the new Marvel idea already falling apart? I mean, it got to a certain degree where there were people like saying that it's a goddamn conspiracy by Disney to ruin DC.
No,
and Marvel's going.
I didn't read those.
No, well, I know. So, but it's like that's the only reason, because I was not interested in this movie at all, honestly. Because like it just like from all the things I saw about it, it was reminding me of like, hey, this is that Man of Steel movie, just with Batman. And
at least Man still had more casualty.
So, why is that a good thing? At least they tried to. In this movie, at least they tried to they learned from the mistakes of Man of Steel. So let me just say that much.
Oh no! Batman still kills. Oh, so
what? But it's like Tim Burton's Batman. He killed people too.
I know, but I feel.
I mean,
different.
they're bad guys, so they're okay to die. They're terrorists.
I feel different.
I know.
The weight is different.
I understand what
the
you
weight
mean.
is different.
I understand what you mean. Why is Batman just murdering people? I get that, but at the same time, it's like I can overlook that. Whereas, like in Man of Steel, he was just killing everyone willy nilly, superpowers, and that was the point.
But I didn't watch that movie.
Well,
I just heard how people say.
Here's the thing: it's like even if you didn't watch Man of Steel, you can still watch this movie. And
No.
What do you mean no?
I totally disagree about that.
Really?
Yes. You
like
need that movie.
what's there to know?
Okay.
They tell you everything.
It's kind of what when I was sitting in front of the movie, I feel so bored and I feel so annoyed by how the pacing and how the story goes. I had to analyze why I felt that way. Because from the surface, I shouldn't feel that way. Well, it's two big superhero are fighting each other. I should feel excited, but I don't feel that.
Well, I mean, come on. That idea has been played out since the dawn of time. I mean,
I know.
Think of any versus.
But
was it exciting when they actually fought? Not really.
So I come to a conclusion that I didn't root for anyone to win here.
Well, you knew no one was gonna win.
That too. That too. But
you knew.
I didn't feel. Man, I don't feel I want to root for Superman first place, and then they didn't do any job by telling his side story. So I kind of assume that if you want to root for Superman, you need to watch Man of Steel, because you can understand where does he come from. You want to understand how does he think, because you have nothing talking about Superman in this movie, especially about how he thinks.
Well, I don't agree with that at all, honestly, because even if you watch the Man of Steel, like I don't want to get into spoilers already, because like I will have to get into specific reasons why that I don't think that's correct, because this movie really does kind of focus on Superman
but it's
most
more,
of the time.
More
everything that happens, like Batman gets some
focus.
scenes now and then. But every important element, like emotion, like critical thought of the character, it's always from Superman.
But you don't know how does he become this. You need to know.
I don't need
from
to know
beginning
that.
to the from Man of Steel to know how this character be this way, because you see him like he is Superman already.
You don't need that.
But he is in the struggle. Is he?
You want to know why you don't need that? Because they spoon feed you all that information in this movie. They don't trust you enough to go watch Man of Steel and be coherent enough to come in this movie with that information. They don't trust you. That's why they have the whole mom scene. That's why they have the thing in the mountains to reinforce what you should have learned in the first movie.
That's really did a bad job.
I'm just okay.
I cannot. I really can. Okay. Everyone. We had the Civil War. People are talking about.
Don't even compare those two.
Team Captain America or Team.
They know Buzz. They know how to get people excited.
Team Iron Man. But do I see here Team Superman or Team Batman on the internet at all?
Well, here's the thing. There's already been Superman versus Batman in many different forms. So we already know a couple scenarios that could play out. via Batman versus Superman. We've seen them, we've read them, we know. So how would they do to make it different? Is the only way you could come into this movie and go, well, they gotta do it differently, right? Because if they just do it the same, we'll think that's boring.
So what did they do?
Well, that's spoilers.
Well, why say it's boring?
So George says it's boring.
Do you think it's boring?
I think it tried to do too much. Which is
too much, too little.
Which is no, it tried to do too much with things it didn't need to include. Like you said, pacing and story.
Oh my god, pacing.
Pacing in this movie is the worst part about it, I would say, because the whoever was in charge of the pacing didn't know what they were doing.
You mean the director Zack Snyder?
If he's in charge of how
who else is responsible for storytelling?
Script writing, the script was kind of hobbled. I mean, you have like a funny scene right before a very dramatic scene that is so disconnecting. I honestly think, were they serious?
Yeah. So everything's like 5. It's like all 5 to 10 minutes long, clipped. Just click,
You're right,
together. Yeah. So the 5-10 minutes doesn't even have real payoff, and it just go to next thing already.
It really does feel like the movie had ADHD, where it cannot sit down and let you process things until the very end, when you don't need that.
Oh yeah, because it's supposed to have all that to go to in the end.
Which that to me is, you don't know how to pace a movie then, because if you have the skill in order to, like, he had it, he did it, he just did it for the wrong things.
Mm-hmm.
The things that we don't care about.
Yep.
or the things we know, what us as an audience will already know.
Or we expected.
Or like it's been done millions of times through comics. I'm trying not to spoil anything, but guys, if you know Superman, if you read the comics, if you see the animation series, the animated series, at the very least, you know what's gonna happen, and you're gonna go, why did they do it that way? You're gonna say that because you're gonna be like, I've seen this before. Why is it done in this particular fashion?
And that particular fashion sucks.
And why is it not working now? Like, you're gonna be questioning yourself. Like,
I was keep questioning. That's why I was analyzing the film.
Like, because you're gonna keep going. I've seen this situation before. Why is it bad now? And it's pacing and it's tone. Tone of this movie is all over the damn place.
It's just one tone over for my.
No, like it's more the ending half of the movie than the first half. The first half, the tone's okay, but that's because they're introducing everybody.
And they did.
And then as soon as the
tone up in the end,
and then as soon as the climax hits, which is Batman versus Superman.
Yep.
It's like a roller coaster that fell off the tracks.
And then it reminds me one film had that problem.
Which one?
Green Lantern.
Well, but Green Lantern was just a terrible fucking.
Oh yeah, that's totally train wreck, but like it's not as Villain v Superman is not as bad. No,
yeah, at least this movie is watchable.
Yeah,
like you're not gonna be like, what the fuck was that? That's Green Lantern.
Yeah.
But in this one, so there are many problems.
Oh.
Lots of problems. The biggest problem, in my opinion, is when a director or a studio or whoever's in charge,
I think it's the director,
can't trust their audience. Like they just cannot. They think you are an idiot. Like that's the easiest way I can explain it.
Mm-hmm.
They cannot trust you. You are not smart enough for them to get this symbolism. Let's shove into your face.
That's how simple is it?
There is. God this, God that, God.
That's the worst
God,
way.
God.
That's the worst way
of
to play the symbolism.
Did you get it yet? God.
But when they need to play symbolism, they mess their fucking up.
Like, all this religious symbolism is literally like, hey, did you know Superman's kind of like God? Did you get that? No, you didn't? Okay, let's keep explaining that over and over and over. It's like,
and
like all Lex Luthor was doing is saying, God.
But they
killing God.
But in the same time, they could even do even more symbolism thing, like how Matrix end.
What does that have to do with anything?
Oh, but what happened? Sorry, it's spoiler. So
yeah,
let's just stop. Okay, but as I say, they had so many other chances to do symbolism. They didn't do it. It just left the composition of the camera shot just boring. You can put way more things, but why you have been kind of heavy-handedly using the symbolism already? Why you don't do that there?
Well, here's another thing. Any symbolism used is literally like second-grade symbolism. It's not.
Was kindergarten, but
anyway, it's not hidden. It's not deep. It's not what symbolism is. Honestly,
no. That's what I said.
It's more like it's a trope, or it's a
cliche.
Not even a cliche. It's oh God, what's that word? MacGuffin. It's a MacGuffin.
It's not MacGuffin. Superman is God.
What is the point of the whole movie? Oh, we gotta defeat Superman.
Oh, by the way,
it's a fucking MacGuffin.
By the way, that's a man plot movie, right? The Superman is the moral, the
whole world's going crazy.
No, the moral conflict between Batman and Superman. They didn't solve in the end.
That's a whole nother issue because
they didn't solve in the end
because they bring up the good plot, the good idea of. Let's add moral ambiguity to these characters that are above the law and stuff, and they mess up, and they didn't do it right.
Yeah.
Like,
oh my God,
go watch any Marvel movie, and you'll get a better characterization of characters. Go watch Guardians of the Galaxy; they'll have more morals than this Batman or this Superman has. Why? Because of the pacing of the characters and the time they spend together. And the tone of these characters. Batman throughout the most of the film is just grumpy old man.
And
that's Batman? Grumpy old man?
Yeah.
And then the rest of the film he's just fighting.
No, he's just complaining and then being a big baby about it.
Or grumpy old man. I mean, like,
yeah, I guess old guys they do usually act like
the whole movie, and this isn't a spoiler. The whole movie, Bruce Wayne is just like, there's no good in this world. I've been through it all. I'm Batman, and it's just like, yeah, okay, but give us something else to feel here other than life sucks. Like, Batman should know that. That's Batman's deal. That's what makes Batman Batman. That's why he's better than everyone else, because he understands how shitty life is, and he takes that and he makes life better. That's why Batman is a good character and everyone looks up to him. If he's just a moaning, bitching, like, he's just another millionaire at that point,
I'm
right?
not trying to be fair, but there's a counterpoint that this Batman is the Batman Returns Batman. But do you think that Batman Returns Batman is actually better than this Batman?
You mean the Tim Burton Batman?
No, sorry, Dark Knight Return.
Oh, you mean the last Christian Bale one?
No, the Frank Miller one.
Oh no, there's no way those two are the same. Read The Dark Knight Returns then.
I read.
Completely different kind of stereotype of Batman, yeah?
Uh-uh.
Like, in that Batman, he's not given up. He just doesn't give a shit anymore. He literally is just killing people because it annoys him.
Actually killed people.
He shot some gangsters, and he has guns. Like, that's the whole point, is like, Batman shouldn't use a gun, right?
They even referenced the Dark Knight Return.
No.
The when Ben Affleck climbed up the electrical power tower, that he grabbed a sniper rifle. That's actually from the scene from the Dark Knight Return. I remember.
Well, I mean, the whole suit's based on Dark Knight Returns.
Yes, the fight.
Maybe
is
the attitude is too, but here's the problem: they didn't take the spirit of that attitude. They just they looked at the comic book, go, "Yeah, that's good. We'll do that," and then they added what they needed into that kind of character type, which doesn't work because that character needs its own world to live in. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense.
That's why there's 3 more Batman.
I would
maybe prequel. I don't know, or sequel. I don't know.
I would watch a Batman if this was just about Batman. I don't think I would have had as bad of a time. But the movie was mostly about Superman.
No, it's about the conflict between the two.
You say that, and yet it only happens literally. Like, most of the movie's almost done, and it's like, it's going to get to that point. Because you've seen it in the previews. You've seen it on the poster.
Okay, the trailer's horrible.
It's like...
They spoil everything.
There's nothing for you to guess anymore.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, this is just the lead up to what you know is going to happen.
Yep.
And then when it happens, you're like, wait, that's the lead up?
Yep.
That's what pisses these two off? That's what that's not a lead up. That's convenience.
That's so many plot holes and so many things. Why would you do that? In the movie, just really? Oh god.
Okay, so we'll have to get into spoilers if we want to be specific.
No, we can still talk about how they treat their fans. Like there's no subtlety on the reference. Well, I'm not talking about
what reference. There was no reference. The reference was comic books. You like Superman.
No. I mean,
you like Wonder Woman.
About the sequel.
Well, here's the thing about that. Like I said earlier, who's ever in charge, director, studio, they don't trust you. They really don't. They want you to understand where they're coming from, even though you guys knew this years before. When they announced this movie, you knew, they want to do what Marvel's doing. They want to make a series with all these movies. You know Aquaman's coming out. You know they're going to make another Flash movie. They're probably even going to try and make another Green Lantern movie. Mm-hmm. And based on this, I don't think they've learned the lesson of the last one. Mm-hmm. And so, here lies the problem. They interrupt their own movie. The movie we were watching today.
Yeah, that
just came out.
Yeah, the thing's supposed to in the post credit. It's right in the middle of the movie.
It's in the middle of the movie, and they do it to you twice.
Twice.
Once it's just a hint, and the first time I could let it pass because it's like they want to get you hyped for Aquaman, they want to get you hyped for Justice League. Mm-hmm. You're allowed once, and then they did it again, and they went further.
10 minutes later, if I'm not wrong,
and they dedicated an entire scene. Right before Batman and Superman are about to fight. Right before the whole reason you're freaking there to watch the movie, they go, wait. Guys, look at my other catalogs. I have all these other fucking things to show you guys. Pause the film. Pause the film. Here, let's watch The Flash do the Flash things. Let's watch Aquaman be Aquaman, and it literally takes like a full minute for you to stare at these motherfuckers' faces.
And Cyborg,
and they dedicated a whole freaking scene to him, like of him being made by his dad. So if you know Cyborg at all, you're like, it's his origin story, and it's just like they dedicated a whole scene of Wonder Woman just watching this shit. And what are we supposed to get from this? What is she getting out of it?
Not about this movie, that's for sure.
It applies nothing to this film.
Nothing.
And it's in the literal middle of the film. We just sat here through all this dialogue, all these plans. There was emotional things happening, kinda, and then there was like, bad things happening, and like it was all coming ahead. And we're all getting ready. We're like, fight. And it literally is just so disconnecting when it literally just goes to a character that isn't even involved in what's happening yet. Mm-hmm. and we gotta go, oh, look, it's the other guys that they're gonna make movies about. Like, take, for example, a Marvel movie. I cannot tell you a movie they've done where in the middle of action, they stop and they go, wait, we have to do research on this guy and talk about him, and it's another character for a movie they're gonna do. Like Black Panther. Black Panther, they didn't just fucking like, they'll mention him, like in I think it was Avengers 2. They mentioned,
they didn't mention
Uganda or something.
They just mentioned the country. They mentioned the material.
And then the comic book fans are gonna light up and they're gonna go, I know what they're talking about.
Yes.
And casual fans will be like, I don't care. But they didn't go, oh wow, this guy is this guy, and you know who he is, right? Black Panther! Like, staring in directly in the eye and going like, you know what this means, right? And that's my biggest issue, is and it's not just for that.
Oh yeah.
Story-wise, they don't trust you either. Like, this movie's story that we watched, they think you are a goldfish. And you don't know the story of Batman. You don't know where he came from. You don't know. You're a piece of fucking shit that doesn't read Batman. So we're going to remind you at least 3 times why he's Batman. And we'll explain how that just... I think I heard people laughing when it happened.
They did. I laughed
because
too.
it was... Even now, I'm just like, how does that make that... Like, it's like a round circle in a square peg. It's like, how? How did they do it? How did they actually fit it in there and didn't think there was any problem? No one said anything. They just let it happen. And I don't know.
And I'm trying to... Okay, so before going to spoilers, so anything you like about this movie?
Okay, there are things I liked about this movie.
Okay,
it's not... My entire gripe is they didn't put the movie together right, because whoever was in charge doesn't seem to know how to make an interesting film. Like, they got all the pacing wrong in different scenes. They had the footage. So what did I like? I like what's the name of the guy who played Lex Luthor?
Jesse
Eisenberg,
something like that.
Yeah, I like him. My only gripe about him, his character, is he's basically Joker. I mean, like, yeah, he's he's cool. You know, like, you could go, okay, I can kind of see him as Lex Luthor a little bit. But he literally is kind of playing it like, I'm a goofball. I can't control my head. I literally can't control my thoughts sometimes. I burst out into craziness.
So it's just like the Lex Luthor we used to know and have a baby with Joker.
Not really, because the Lex Luthor I know, he's always calm, but he's arrogant.
Yes.
And he's a businessman. He's a businessman. So like he's always appearing to you, and he's always like, yes, oh no, we'll totally fix that orphanage, and he's always spinning it in a way that makes Superman look bad. And that's his deal, because he hates Superman, and for good reason in his own mind.
Better reason than this.
Oh, much better reason. They don't even give a valid reason other than he just hates him. I mean, no.
Because he has some daddy issue.
Well, it's not even that. It's a God-fearing issue. God, symbolism of God. Do you get it yet? Do you understand the symbolism? But so
I do think that's the biggest problem about Lex Luthor here, because we cannot actually identify with him, because
most of his lines was literally like, "Oh, let me quote the Bible or something, or let me point to my picture of some gospel thing, and let me talk about how Superman is God." And it's just like, we got it, Lex. We don't need 2 scenes of you doing that. And like, and there's a couple things that he does in the movie that are legitimately like, whoa, oh yeah, that's a Lex thing. Lex would totally do something that fucked up.
Yep.
That's pretty fucked up, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I appreciate that. I appreciate
even
that because that is what I come to expect out of DC is crazy shit like that.
Yep.
Out of the villains acting like villains.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. You know, that's what I want. The problem becomes when it's not about that anymore and it's about this, oh, we promised this huge dish of Batman versus Superman, and we showed it all this footage at Comic-Con, and we showed all these footage of them fighting in trailers and shit like it. We gotta make that the movie, and that's where it all kind of falls apart for me, because those parts weren't the interesting parts. I want more scenes with Lex Luthor and Superman talking. There's only
problem.
one.
It is a pretty big problem because Lex Luthor, no matter how interesting he is, everyone is talking with him are not interesting. That's why he has no one to bounce off. So
they're playing their personas because it's always the like Bruce Wayne or what's her name? Selena? No, not Selena.
Lois Lane.
No. Oh, let me say one thing.
Don't, Lois.
It's not a spoiler, okay?
Okay.
I'm just saying this. It's like ever since, like, I watched Superman for a while. I know Lois Lane is a big deal in every single thing. Why is she so important? Why is she so pivotal?
Maybe
to every fucking story with
That's
Superman.
why you need to watch Man of Steel. That's how you know why she loves her.
No, this is true for like all Superman stuff, not just this movie, not the last movie. Like Lois Lane turns into an action hero whenever Superman's in trouble. It baffles my mind. She's just a normal everyday reporter. Oh, but her love gets her through. It doesn't make sense. She turns into a commando. She turns into, like...
You know, in this movie, she's even worse than normal Lois Lane. Way worse.
I know, but my point still stands is they always have to have Lois Lane reach the levels of Superman. And that makes her look like she's a fucking, like, SWAT team member. Or her actions are ordained by the gods, because she's always in the right place at the right time. She always gets all the right things at the right moment,
and then always in danger.
And she's the damsel in distress.
Yeah,
and Superman will ignore half the world getting exploded to save her.
Yep.
Because if she dies, like they killed her in what, Superman 1? He literally...
There's 2.
Was it 1 or 2?
I forgot.
Anyway, he goes literally back. He reverses time.
Yeah?
That sounds freaking horrible. It sounds like that would do more damage to everything.
Of course.
And it doesn't matter because Lois Lane is literally the only fit person in this world that will never die because of Superman. It's like everyone else can just get fucked. I just don't get the Lois Lane hype train. I don't get why she needs to be so freaking pivotal. It's like for like a Marvel example, it's like Flash or not Flash, I'm trying to think like Spider-Man. How about Spider-Man? Like you got Gwen Stacy and you got Mary Jane. They're pivotal. They're pivotal to the plot. But that's like, oh, Spider-Man's in danger, and it's like, oh, look, Mary Jane's right in the right place, and she brought a gun, and she's able to defend Spider-Man.
That's a very, very, very weird example.
I'm just saying, it's so forced. It's like we don't need that kind of forced for they're in love story. They're bound together in all eternity. It's like, then she can support him from afar. Why does she literally have to be on scene?
I agree with that.
Like they could be on another planet, and somehow, some way, she would find a way
to get into danger.
To get to Superman, to distract him, to help him, to inspire him. She doesn't need to be the literal trophy. She's like the trophy of Superman.
Yep.
It's like every time Superman
She is.
needs to do anything.
She's totally trophy in this movie.
In this movie, it's worse because
way worse.
needs to make him do obvious things. Like even her actions, you question like, why are you doing this? And even the movie questions her actions, which is kind of hilarious. It's like the movie's asking, "What the fuck are you doing?" And they don't even
keep that in.
And they don't even give a good answer for that
because
either.
they need a final climax.
She's
for that.
like her literally like the character of Lois Lane. She goes, "Yeah, I'm an idiot. I go to stupid places all the time. I feel bad, but people are dying, and I'm trying to do my best." And it's just like, you just admitted that. You just admitted that you are the reason why bad things happen to you. And you get away with it because Superman.
Yep.
Oh God. Other things I liked in the movie.
And you still have more things to like.
I have more than one thing. Yes.
Okay. What else?
Not just Lex Luthor. I like that they at least tried with Batman. They could have just fucking put him in there and treated him like they did with Wonder Woman.
But everyone loves Wonder Woman.
People apparently cheered when she came on, and maybe that's because they didn't. Maybe that's because they didn't think she was going to be in the movie. Because
she's in trailer. If she was not in the trailer, that would be a surprise and be good. But since she's in the trailer, and the final boss is in trailer too. That's horrible.
My point is like screen time. You get mostly Superman, a little bit of Batman,
a little bit Lex.
Nothing of Wonder Woman. Lex, of course, is connected with Superman, so I don't consider that.
And then they chop things, and then piece together.
What I'm saying is like Wonder Woman. Yeah, you'll get one fight scene with her. That's it. And it's not even a very long one. And you can barely see what the fuck she's doing.
Oh, yeah, that's bad.
So it's like, what are we cheering for? We're cheering for CGI dust clouds.
Yeah, the final boss is a CGI. Horrible.
Like, it reminded me I know this is sounding bad, but it did remind me of Green Lantern's final fight, where he's fighting the gas monster. And where it's like, you have no idea what's happening. You have no idea who's winning or what is even going on.
Yep.
And it's the same thing here, where it's just
Of course, the final boss here is not Gas Master, but it's still a CGI ugly monster.
It doesn't matter.
It's not exciting. It does not look good.
The way it's filmed, and this is CGI, by the way, so he's purposely causing the camera...
Yes, the shaky cam is horrible.
Like, oh, we're in a war zone. Oh, and it's just like, no... I can't see what's going on, and I don't care enough to hurt my eyes, to concentrate enough to care what's going on. Like, okay, I think she got punched, maybe. I don't know. Cool.
I wouldn't say she got punched. No, I don't remember.
She fought. She
did fight.
She had all of her things.
Yeah.
Except the lasso. She didn't
She used the lasso.
She did?
She did.
I didn't see it then.
Before Superman did his thing, that stupid thing.
Oh.
Wonder Woman and the Batman
used to use the lasso.
Yeah, Batman used the lasso. Batman used spoiler thing, and then
and suddenly it all
came
together.
And then Superman did his final stupid thing. Yeah.
Superman wins, and everyone's happy.
Please.
So yeah, they tried making Batman a thing, and I would say it's not fleshed out enough to be interesting at this point, because it literally feels like it's just kind of shoved in there.
Yeah.
Because like I said, this is Superman's movie.
So far as I know, it was Superman 2, but it got rewrite.
Or Man of Steel 2.
Yeah. And it got rewrite, became Batman vs Superman.
It feels that way.
It does feel that way.
I mean, like, when Civil War comes up, I highly doubt it's gonna feel like, oh, this is mostly Captain America.
No, it does feel this. It should be. It just feels.
It should be that way, but I
no,
want
it
to
will
believe
be
that.
as they keep saying it is Captain America movie. So.
Well, they keep saying it's not an Avengers movie.
Yes.
That's different. Like it doesn't have to be a Captain America movie.
But it is a Captain America.
But it doesn't need to be. Like it just doesn't need to be an Avengers.
Well,
movie.
see, don't talk about the Civil War right now.
No, I'm just trying to compare because they're gonna do Justice League.
Yeah.
And that's literally what the Avengers is supposed to be.
But Wonder Woman
and they can't even
put
put these three characters together and have a coherent story.
No. Yeah.
Or something and it's been done for them before in a better way.
Oh, you mean the animation? Yeah.
You just need to connect the dots, guys. It like if you want to copy. But I mean, it's when you copy something and you don't understand the source material, people can see it.
See let me see. In the Justice League, the animation, it still costs 2 episodes of time to have first big episode, right?
Yeah.
That's like 1 hour.
Yeah, it's an hour long.
But we do know all 7 characters.
And we know why.
Other than
we know why they do what they do. We care about why they're doing it, and we actually feel bad when shit goes wrong. What a concept!
That's 7 characters.
In this movie, whenever shit goes wrong, it almost feels like, well, no shit. Of course it's gonna go wrong. I mean, there's surprises, but that was all Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, good, they got that character right. And then the rest of it's just like, oh, okay. We're just going by the numbers then, right, guys?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, wanna do the spoiler now?
Okay, so spoilers in this case is just specific scenes that we're just going to talk about in length because of how asinine and just, it like, concept-wise, you're just like, why was that even done? Yeah, don't click. If you click, you're gonna cause issues.
Okay.
So,
where should we start? This movie has too many problems.
I'm gonna start from the beginning, okay?
Then that's the biggest problem.
That's the biggest problem to you?
No, because it repeats, and then when they repeat, it just
okay. So yeah, let's go with that then. So like when I said earlier that the movie thinks you're stupid, here's the example I'll give of why I think they're basically screaming that at you, is because the first scene in the entire movie, the one that you're introduced with, is the murder of Bruce Wayne's parents.
Yay!
Obviously,
dead parents.
Obviously, you're gonna see that, right? At least once. It's fucking Batman. If you don't know what that is, every single fucking movie has had that montage of his parents getting fucking killed.
I don't think Batman Rises has.
Huh?
I don't think Dark Knight Rises has.
It doesn't matter, because by then you know why he's Batman. You don't need to question why this man's dressing up as a bat, because you learned it in every single fucking movie, show, play.
I don't think Batman and Robin has either.
George, that is not my fucking point. Did anyone watch Batman and Robin?
I think everyone watched it and hated it.
My point is like we knew we were gonna get a scene like that because they're restarting Batman.
But the problem is they repeat.
Well, here, let me explain it. I gave the example that they don't trust you.
Yeah.
That they think you're stupid. You know how Batman was made. Don't tell me you don't. Don't tell me, oh, maybe I forgot. Batman is such a pivotal character in our society. You would have to get really, really, like, someone just totally not into comics, totally not into anything, like, comic related. Like, they avoid it like the plague. They have nothing to do with it. They think it's the devil. That is literally the only way you're going to get someone who doesn't know how Bruce Wayne turned into Batman. And in this film, they keep... You get in the beginning. They obviously know you know, because that's the first scene they start with. They want to get your attention. And what better attention can you get than the most pivotal scene for a character of his parents being murdered? And they even got the whole murder thing correct, like the way they got murdered, and they had the background. Yes, they did. Yeah.
No, they actually get killed in front of the theater instead in the back.
Okay, that's whatever. But my point.
Detail.
Yeah, that detail's wrong. But like, you got Zorro in the back. You got the dad goes forward. That's always he has a mustache, for God's sakes. Usually they don't even give him a mustache. And then the one detail that I was like, oh, these guys know what they're doing is the guy tries to steal the necklace with the gun and ends up shooting her in the fucking face.
Yep.
And the necklace explodes and the pearls, and it's like that's always been an iconic scene because it's just so fucking dramatic. It's gold. There's no way you can ruin that. So I'm like, okay, they know what they're doing. Thank God. And that was a bad idea. but the entire first movie, I'm like, okay, everything's great, right? Like they know what they're doing. And then it stops. Like it stops because then you get the part problem.
Yeah.
Where it's just
pacing
like
problem.
All of a sudden, like 10 minutes. Then we go straight to Superman, and he's at the Daily Globe, and he's talking about how evil Batman is, and it's just like, what? And then you go straight to Batman, and he's like doing something else completely unrelated to Superman, and it's so disconnecting. So yeah, but my point was, so the iconic scene, Batman's parents get murdered, like halfway through the film. I don't even want to talk about it, but like halfway through the film, what is essentially like you had the climax where Batman and Superman are fighting, and so there has to be an end to that climax. Yes. So what's the end of the climax? Well, either one of them kills the other, or something stops them from killing each other, and it could be fucking anything because it's happened in so many times before. What's the reason why Batman or Superman doesn't kill the other person?
I? Can I do the honor?
George is so excited for this. Yeah, go for it.
The honor. So,
just don't scream.
It's not apparent. I think everyone knows.
It's obvious.
Clark Kent's mother, her name, her name is Martha, which is the same name as Bruce Wayne's mother. And in this movie, Clark Kent's mother got kidnapped.
Yeah.
That's forced Superman to fight Batman.
Okay, so Lex Luthor's plan the whole time.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty good plan.
Was to make Superman look bad, and then actually the entire plan was get him to fight Batman, and if either of them won, he still wins in the end because that's his plan. Make Superman look like an asshole.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's Lex Luthor. That makes sense. That's something he would fucking do. In fact, I think that's in every Superman versus Batman. I think that's the reason. It's Lex Luthor knows these two hate each other and uses that to his advantage.
No, or sometimes just Batman being a skinny bastard.
Well, the point is Lex Luthor knows everything. So he knows Clark Kent is Superman. So he steals his mom and uses her as a bargaining chip to force Superman to go kill Batman.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why the fight happens. I mean, all throughout the movie, they give you hints that these guys are not understanding they're getting fed like opinions based on the other. Like you'll see Batman's branding people. Which, to me, I'm like, okay. Yeah. But it's like, it is kind of out of character. And the movie suggests as much, too. Like, Batman would never really do that. But it's like, oh well, he feels bad now. He feels nothing's worth living, and he's gotta make an example. And it's just like, yeah, but then you have Alfred going, that's fucking bullshit, right? And you got the characters saying that because they can't justify it. And then Batman looks sullen for a second, looks at the ground, and goes,
Yeah.
"Oh, am I doing the right thing?" And it's like, no, you're not, because you never learned your lesson.
So he even went to the grave and then said, "Oh, is this right or wrong?" Da da da.
Yeah, and then
remember the parents get killed.
No,
Nice.
they didn't.
They didn't actually show, but yeah, basically
They did that, but then they did this weird ass shit where like a creature breaks out of the
Oh
grave.
yeah, that's stupid.
And it's like, what's that supposed to fucking mean? And I think that's hint at Darkseid. I think that's
no, totally not.
like the gargoyle creatures or whatever.
I don't know. It's just his demon inside or some sort. I have no idea.
If that was the case, then that was so fucking blatantly ridiculous symbolism.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, he's a man, Matt.
And then apparently everything's just a dream. This Batman likes to dream, isn't him?
Well, yeah, actually, you're right. It was mostly Batman having the delusions.
Yeah.
Like, you talk about Dark Knight, the Dark Knight Returns. They have a scene in this movie where it literally is the Dark Knight Returns, where he's, like, trying to fight Superman in a post-apocalyptic setting, and he's literally, like, he's the big, tough Batman with the deep voice. He does, and he gets, like, all his followers get killed, and it's fucking devastating, and
that has nothing to do with the movie.
and then
They actually only matter for the sequel, really, because it's just it's Flash cameo.
was that who that was? The
Yeah.
guy who was screaming at him?
I think it's Flash, because
Is that
only
supposed to
Flash
be
can
Flash?
go back to go to the.
Because I couldn't recognize. I'm like, is that like a Robin from the future? Is that Booster Gold? Booster Gold's
maybe
a
it's
time
Booster Gold. Yeah,
traveler.
he's a I'm not sure who that is.
Because he literally says, "Oh shit, am I too early? Oh, you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, do you?" And it's just like, oh, that's gonna be referenced later. Hopefully they don't forget about that.
God.
So yeah, there's I mean, they try, but take that to a Marvel level, and it's not.
Come on, stop
It's not.
mentioning Marvel.
It's not in your face. Take any Marvel movie. They don't do the blatancy of like, look, a thing that will be in another movie. Hey, look at it. No, you're not paying attention. It's in your face. You don't get that.
Well, backtrack. What's the worst? I mentioned since Superman's mother and Batman's mother have same name. Their name are all Martha.
Yes, that is the pivotal plot point.
Yes.
Nothing else in the movie matters. Because for the entire point of the movie hinges on they share the same mother's first name. Because he's like, Superman's getting the shit kicked out of him, and Superman goes, "You gotta say Martha, not my mom, Martha." And then Batman's like, "How do you know that name? How do you know that name? How do you know my family?" It literally, and then Lois Lane runs in and goes, "It's his mom. You know what that means, Batman, having a mom."
And then flashback.
Yeah, and then the studio doesn't trust you to know what the fuck that meant, so they flash back to his mom getting shot, and it's like, do you know who Martha is? And they even showed the grave where it says the word Martha, because they didn't think you knew who Martha was. You didn't understand what the fuck's going on. You're fucking stupid.
Yes.
And you deserve to be treated like a kindergartner or worse. And here's the thing. So you're like, okay, that's stupid, right? And you're like, yes, that is.
Everything depends on that.
Yeah, but so this is what happens. That happens. What does Batman do after learning that they share the same name? Their mothers share the same names? Oh, well, I can't kill you now. And he throws fucking kryptonite spear away.
Yep.
And then he's like, oh, well, okay. And then Lois is like, oh, they kidnapped your mom. what are we gonna do? And then
yeah.
and then Superman's like, oh, I gotta go rescue her, and it's gonna be bad because Lex knows I will, and blah blah blah. And Batman's like,
no,
friend, no. I'll do it. I swear upon my ancestors, no harm shall come to your mother. And it's just like, what? You've hated this guy this whole fucking movie.
Yeah.
And suddenly you're like, we're best friends now. And
we're brothers now.
he literally says that, I think. He says, we're good friends.
No.
When he rescues Clark's mom, the line from his face is like, I'm here to rescue you for a good friend. And she's just like,
guess.
oh, you must be a friend of Clark's because you're wearing a cape. Haha, joke.
I think, I think she said that.
She did say that. It's the worst. It's so disheartening. Because that's another thing. All the action scenes in this movie,
lame.
Not just lame. They're not. They go on too long. I don't
know. It's not.
They go on too long.
It's not exciting enough. That's what made me feel long.
It's exciting.
It's not that long.
It's exciting in the beginning when he punches a couple bad guys, and then it turns into 2 minutes, 3 minutes. He's still fighting more bad guys. He's still fighting more bad guys. He's doing a weird thing. Oh no, he's not winning anymore for a second. Oh no, he got hit with a bottle or some shit.
Okay, but that's the only good fight.
Now he's winning again.
The fight between Superman and Batman are so horrible.
So you're saying that the fight with the goons is more entertaining than the entire premise of the movie?
Yes.
I agree, because it's not that... Here's the thing. So you've waited for the fight of Batman versus Superman, the thing you paid to see, and you don't. It's only like a minute or two.
No, it's pretty long. It's at least 5 minutes. It's pretty long, but you feel it's just nothing because
it's not a fight.
No, it's not. It's one-sided.
It's Batman grenading Superman with kryptonite grenades.
Yeah.
And then he's able to get a few punches in.
Yeah.
And then guess what? Superman gets better, and he can't punch him anymore.
So he just do it again.
He just throws another grenade at him. It's like a boss battle in a
RPG, Japanese RPG.
Yeah, it's just like, oh well, the boss guy's armor back. Cast a spell. Oh, keep hitting him, and then in the end, it doesn't matter.
No, because their mother have sent them.
I gotta tell you how much of that's a critical plot point there.
Uh-huh.
Nothing can prepare you for that because it just. Why would you do that? Like if you read that, you would go, "This makes no fucking sense at all." Like why would that be the only thing that stops him from murdering this man? That he has dedicated lots of resources. Like they even have a montage of him getting buff.
Oh yeah,
ready to fight Superman.
I want to do that training.
And he's just like, he's so fucking geared up to take this guy on, and he's so ready to kick this guy's ass and kill him. That's another thing. This Batman, I can totally believe, would murder Superman if he was given the opportunity.
Until God say, "Oh Martha,
no, I'm not even worried about that anymore." My problem is this Batman is totally capable of murder.
That's true.
Like he is not afraid of breaking the law.
But it's not to the Dark Knight Return degree, which I prefer they actually go that far.
Yeah, if you're gonna do Dark Knight Return,
go far.
Go
for it. But no.
They even give hints. They even give hints that like Joker messed with Robin.
Yes.
Probably killed Drake. That's usually the thing that gets Batman all emo and sassy.
We don't know. Maybe Drake, maybe Jason. Who knows?
I don't know. Point being, that's why he's sad, because he got his ass kicked at one point. And it's just like...
They only have one hint that's never recurring about...
It has nothing to do with the rest of the movie.
Yeah, it has nothing to do.
In fact, you see that happen when he's leaving as Bruce Wayne to go to LexCorp to have a diner thing. So it completely...
Which he wants to steal information from Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
Because...
So he doesn't...
That's some weird plot point that somehow he found a crime organization led by the Russian, and then they found out, he's actually linked with Lex Luthor.
No. He was always looking for the kryptonite. That's why Alfred goes, "Oh, you can't lie to me, sir. I'm too British for you to lie to me."
Alfred is actually pretty fun.
Yeah, well,
it's not. I don't like him that much as Alfred, but he's pretty fun.
The problem is they didn't use him correctly.
I agree.
They had such a good character, and the actor Jeremy Irons is such a good actor that they could have used him, and he could have been so much more. Because like I could believe he was Alfred, and he's obviously this Alfred has some technical know-how because he's fixing Batman's suit and shit like that. And so it's like, but they gave you no real scenes. It honestly felt like Alfred was doing most of the work the entire movie because Batman was literally like, "Alfred, tell me what to do. Alfred, I don't know where I am.
Alfred, control the bearing for me.
Alfred, do my laundry." And it's just like, what do you do, Batman, other than get into fights and start shit?
Well, yeah,
because Alfred, like in the whole scene with the mothers and all that, and they got to go find. They have to go find the lance or whatever to kill the.
Stop right there. We need to talk about another horrible problem. Thing. Doomsday.
Yeah, so Doomsday's in this movie. Now, how do you think they got Doomsday in this movie? Do you think they did it in a way that dignity and makes sense and keeps to the original source material and at least tried to give a shit about what Doomsday actually is as a character? They didn't. They didn't even try. They just saw Doomsday and go, "Ooh, that's bad guy."
Okay, this Doomsday basically is the paradox in Green Lantern's movie, basically.
He felt like Venom in the Spider-Man 3 movie.
He just, in this version, he sucks energy and then be bigger and then stronger and then attacks.
In this movie, he is made from the DNA of the last guy Superman killed,
General Zod.
General Zod and Lex Luthor's blood.
That's no way. Why would he even do that in the first place?
He knew how to do it.
Yeah, he got all the archive of the Kryptonian archives.
But he knows everything now.
Then we still don't know why. Why his blood? Why do you need his blood to?
Because he learned it on the Kryptonian internet that he's able to do that shit, but it's illegal.
So is this the only way to be the fail-safe if Batman or Superman could kill Batman?
Well, that's the thing. Like his ultimate plan literally was, I'll kill his mom if he doesn't kill Batman. Well, okay.
Well, no matter what, he'll kill his mom, and then.
Well, here's the thing. Let's say he kills his mom, or he actually kills his mom. Superman's just gonna rip him apart. What's stopping him from that? So he has to assume that there's a superhuman creature that can defeat Superman, because that's the only way he's not dying.
I kind of think did he just turn Zod into Zod's body turned into Doomsday?
I guess that's what happened. They don't really show you.
Show.
He just throws the dead body into the lake
with his
and he slashes it, and he puts his blood all over his face and says like, "Who's the god now?"
So basically, Kryptonian technology are some kind of witchcraft. Well, I feel that way a lot.
Well, here's the thing: like he's just like the computer's like, "This is against Kryptonian law." It's like, where's the Kryptonians now, huh? They're dead. It's like, I guess it doesn't fucking matter, does it? And it's just like, it shouldn't matter at all then. Why did they even ask if the computers can just forget that shit anyway?
Well, he needs to override first.
It wasn't so much an override as it was the computer going, "Oh, you got a good point. Fine, I'll do it." It's like,
so this Doomsday, it looks horrible.
I didn't even get a real good look at this Doomsday because it just looked like a troll. Like a CGI troll.
He is.
And then he has a glowing heart, and it's like...
And then when he got nuked, and they just have grow the thing, grow the what's that, crystal thing, like the real, like real Doomsday had, but...
Okay, so here's a couple issues I have with this. In that scene, They go to the tried and true. The American government doesn't know how to do jack shit. As soon as Superman puts him out in space, they're like, nuke his ass, and they actually kill Superman. Like,
Almost.
But he looks dead. He looks like a corpse, and then he has the sun.
How would they even know nuke can kill Superman?
They seem to be admitting that they did know, because when
if they didn't know, why would they even trying to do the Kryptonian thing, the Kryptonite thing?
Here's the thing, you're right, but they still do the whole scene.
So,
where he's out in space, and the one good guy politician that was throughout the film, he goes, Superman will get hurt, and the person's like, fuck Superman.
Not exactly that.
I know, but it literally was that. It's like, oh well, whatever. I don't give a shit. Nuke him anyway, and he gets nuked, and it actually stops Superman. And they're literally
for a while,
and they're literally like, oh, what's Target 2? That's Superman. He's not moving.
No one.
You killed him, and it's just like,
but no one thinks Superman would be dead because that.
They literally thought he was dead, George.
But I think no audience will think
No,
that way.
no, not at all. Okay, so like, so you got that scene where the American government's stupid and doesn't know how to protect its citizens, so it just nukes everything.
Yeah.
Then you got the dark side is Kryptonian, so Batman goes, Oh, I'll just get the spear. Oh, wait, I threw it to the ground like a fucking moron.
But here's the twist. Lois Lane, for some reason, when the Batman throw the spear away, she just, I need to protect Superman. I need to hide this. Where should I hide it? Into the water. Boom.
Like, literally, like the point was, oh, we're just gonna throw it in the well. There's a well, and it's most of the scene, most of the fight with Doomsday is Lois Lane getting clairvoyance. I don't know how. Does she just read Superman's mind or something like that? She goes, I have to get the spear. How does
I don't
she
think
know?
anyone tell her about the kryptonite, and that she has and.
How does she know what's going on?
But she has to go there, so
she has to dive into the water and get the kryptonite thing.
And then got stuck inside.
She's so fucking incompetent. She
Oh
can't
my
even
God.
do that. She gets trapped in there, and then of course everyone's fighting outside. And this is the part where you kind of just your eyes glaze over because you don't know what's going on, and all the action looks the same, and nothing's really happening.
No,
like you don't even have like cool Batman gadgets or anything like that.
That's
you don't
not
have him
cool
pulling out like grenades or something. That's what you
that's the
fucking
only thing
do.
he did.
No, I mean like
In
on
the
Doomsday.
End. Yeah.
Like he did that to Superman, but when he fought Doomsday, he literally was just kind of just.
As I said, until to the end when
like Wonder Woman did everything.
Yeah, when Wonder Woman used the lasso and then Batman used the.
He just shot the grenade at.
Yeah. That's the only thing he did.
Woohoo! That's my point of the pace.
But still, Lois Lane's the worst. Lois Lane is the worst.
This is why I was complaining. It's like, why does Lois Lane have to be involved with this? Why is she so fucking pivotal? So Superman hears her
bleeding
as she's drowning, and she's like, I'm so incompetent, help me, Superman.
And then
Superman
I still drop the kryptonite spear. No, Superman has to pick that up.
Okay, so let me piece this together for you. Superman had to go in, like, save Lois from drowning. Oh, here's another thing. She drowned, and she looked like she was like you have to give her CPR. I was like, do it, Superman. Break her fucking chest in two. You have to. And then, of course, for convenience sake, she's like, oh, I'm just gonna cough up the water by myself.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, sure, Lois. You don't need CPR. That's not how that fucking works. Thanks. And so you got that shit, and then he knows the spear's down there, which, how would he know? Did he see her throw it down there? He was too busy getting his ass handed to him by Batman.
That way. Yes, you're correct.
And so, like, he knows it's down there, so his next fucking plan... I swear they did this in another movie where he literally is like, I have to go get the kryptonite. I have to get the one thing that can kill me.
Yep.
and only I can do it.
Yep.
Batman wasn't doing anything. He wasn't fighting. He was literally just standing there going, shit, what do we do? He could have totally went in there and gotten that fucking thing and saved everyone a bunch of trouble. But no, Superman has to go in there, literally grab the spear of kryptonite, and then doesn't make it, and Lois has to fucking rescue him. And it's just like, is that supposed to be like symbolism? Stupid retarded symbolism?
Yeah.
And then Superman's like, and then they have to stop the fucking movie and go, you know what I have to do, right, Lois? I have to sacrifice myself.
There's no sacrifice. Think about that. No real sacrifice.
But that's literally what they're trying to sell you here. They're trying to go, Superman is going to selflessly kill himself for the good of all people. I
still don't know why.
Because he's a good boy, dude.
No, one thing is, you use a spear. You use a freaking spear. Kill the Doomsday. Why does that mean you are killing yourself at the same time? That's no real reason for that.
I didn't understand the motivation behind it either.
How Superman... Okay. Bummer. Superman died. By Doomsday.
I mean, it's kind of... Like, I wouldn't say it's obvious, but it's like... Okay, like, the only person who has ever killed Superman is...
Doomsday.
In
the comic.
In anything. TV series, he got killed too. I mean...
There was Doomsday too?
Yeah, Doomsday's always been the one that kills Superman. He's the only one that's successfully gotten away with it. But you know he's not going to be dead because Justice League's coming out.
Okay, but he didn't get... But how... I know another Kryptonian can hurt another Kryptonian, right?
Yes, they basically are the same person. It's like us.
So that's how he can pierce through Superman's heart.
Yes.
But Superman...
Here's the thing. Why didn't he just do that in the fucking beginning then if he had the power to just kill Superman? Because that would be too convenient, wouldn't it? But then when convenience needs to be applied to this movie, the final fucking thing these two decide to do is, oh, well, I got to stab him in the heart, and then he stabs me, and then we both die.
And why can't he just put it in and then let go or throw this fucking spear?
Well, here's the thing. So Batman, like, he's the one that came up with this whole plan. And so I think he would have been totally willing to do it. I don't think he would even be hurt because he's not an idiot like Superman.
That's
where
right.
Superman, like, just charges fucking blindly at his enemy, letting him... Like, and Superman knew he was going to die.
That's impossible. Why? Why were you thinking
he knew he was sacrificing himself because you have a scene where Lois is like, "Don't you do it, Superman! Don't you do this to me!" And it's like, what? What's he doing? He's gonna kill himself? Like what? He's gonna impale the spear through his own body, like some kind of anime or something?
Yeah, I thought that's the only reason. Well, I sort of think he would die, because there's no other way.
That's not what happened. They just died. And then the rest of the movie, when I say it had the Lord of the Rings ending type of thing, is, oh, now we get to see the coffin ceremony.
Yeah.
Now we get to see people get sad about dead Superman, even though you know for a fucking fact
that guy,
he's gonna come back alive
immediately.
And like...
he basically did.
Yeah, he basically did. But
we all know him, so they hinted so much.
It wasn't even a hint. It was literally the coffin starts vibrating, and it's like, oh, I guess he's alive. But the biggest part is they have Ben Affleck and the lady who played Wonder Woman. They're at the real funeral, I guess, where only Lois Lane is invited.
No. This is where actually Superman buried, and
that's his real body.
For some reason, no one else stayed there to mourn for Superman. Only Lois.
Well, they're all at the other one. They're all at the official one.
But at least, like, how about parents? Don't they stay there a little bit more?
So the previous movie, Man of Steel. The biggest complaint I saw from my friends is the way they dealt with Clark's parents. Like, apparently Clark's dad was a crazy person.
Okay, this movie, they are fine.
The parent portion is lost in this movie. It's used as a chip. It's used
but...
as an excuse to make you go, well, you should feel bad for Superman because his dad's dead.
No, his dad's not dead.
Yes, his dad's dead.
I mean, the Jonathan Kent is not dead.
What? The farmer?
Yeah.
He's dead.
He's not dead.
He's dead.
He's not dead.
That was his ghost.
What?
He was in fucking like the South Pole or whatever.
No, this in Kansas.
He literally said, "I miss you," and then Superman goes, "I miss you too," and then it turns back and he's gone. Where did he fucking go?
Really?
Is he fucking Superman?
That.
Is he a Superman that can just appear out of fucking nowhere like Superman?
Missed that? Okay.
No, he's dead. You didn't watch Man of Steel, so you don't know. He gets killed in that movie.
Okay.
And that's what motivates Superman to be Superman.
Oh. Uncle Ben.
Nah, kinda, but it's like totally like because, but so they like whatever plot you had in Man of Steel with the parents, they completely just kind of like go, hey, well, you remember this from Man of Steel, right? Well, here you are, and it doesn't help character at all. Like, I can understand, like, so he goes back to see his mom, and his mom gives him an inspirational speech, kinda, and and it's one scene.
Not as bad as what they cut in the trailer. The trailer they only cut the later half. She actually say something else in the first. She
says encouraging words.
Yes,
but it's still not good enough because it's literally like 30 seconds of that scene where it's Superman trying not to be Superman anymore, and you don't even get to see a reaction from Superman from his mom trying to give him some pointers or trying to make him feel better, and you get no feeling from that. It's kind of like they just shoved it in there to go, well, Superman's sad now. He doesn't feel confident. He gotta get advice from his mommy, and we got to make sure people understand who the mom is. So when she gets kidnapped, they're not like, who's this lady? Because we don't trust you. We know you didn't watch Man of Steel. We know you don't know who the fuck any of these characters are. Like, why are you even watching this right now? Who are you people? It's that condescending at times. I'm surprised they didn't constantly with Wonder Woman. I'm surprised they don't constantly shove in your face like, who's Wonder Woman? Why is Wonder Woman doing? They will probably in her movie.
They kind of did in the email to Bruce Wayne.
Well, yeah, they go, oh look, she was in World War One. That's weird. Why is she not old? She was in World War One. What the fuck's going on? And that leads to the other scene where you get to see all the other superheroes, and that's in the middle of the movie. Where it's just like Superman's literally going to Batman right now to fight him. This is after Lex Luthor kidnaps him on, explains the whole thing, everything that's happened.
Mm-hmm.
And then we go to the scene where Wonder Woman gets an email from Bruce Wayne and goes, "Hey, I know who you are. Hey, who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are all these people? Hey."
Just TV.
Here's another thing. Like In other iterations of Batman can be clever. Like, he can make a joke now and then, and you go, oh, clever Batman. And this one, they tried to do that, and it didn't work at all. He just seemed like a dad. Like, he just seemed like he was trying to be clever, and you're just like, shut up.
Even Dark Knight Returns Batman is more fun. Yeah. I would say that.
Like, as Bruce Wayne, he's a lot more clever, and he's a lot more like... Oh, I can see why they don't think that guy's Batman. This guy, he's kind of like a grumpy. He very little distinction. Like, in fact, though, his Batman voice is just an animatronic deepener. He doesn't even try and do a Batman voice. So it's like you don't even get that comedy gold. It's like, where are the drugs going? You don't even get that. You get I'm Batman. Do you bleed?
Well, at least he's not the worst Batman I've ever seen.
Well, I'm not saying he's bad. I'm just saying he's not very convincing as Bruce Wayne. And Batman wise, it's like if you don't have Bruce Wayne, how do you have Batman? Because those are two sides of a coin. One's supposed to be completely opposite of the other.
The similar thing happened to Beware of Batman. That Bruce Wayne is just a dick, and it's not different from the Batman at all. Just
like
weird.
The Dark Knight Returns. Why does it work? Because he doesn't care anymore. He's basically Batman now.
Yeah.
He's not trying to be Bruce Wayne anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why he's so jaded and he doesn't care about it using guns anymore because he says, fuck it all. Everyone's a piece of shit. I'm not trying to play favorites anymore. I'm letting the dark side take over.
But in the end, he still
wants justice. He still has the things that make him Batman still there. And that's what makes the story good. Whereas this one, it's like it's only there for convenience of the plot, and then as soon as that is done, well, whatever, all that shit we went through didn't really matter actually, because everything's good, peachy keen. Now we can just move on, and like at the very end they arrest Luthor, and I don't know how, I don't know what they got him. Like, how did they pin the deaths on him? Did Batman give the file to the police? Is that why?
Most likely.
They don't explain it.
No, but Lex Luthor.
One line of dialogue.
His private army got destroyed by Batman, so no one's protecting him. So I guess, but he still have the fucking ship.
My point is, the like after the initial brouhaha, Lex Luthor gets put in jail and they shave him, and look, he's Lex Luthor now. And it's just like, not necessary. Fuck you guys. You're just trying to piss me off now. It's just like, that's why he's Lex Luthor. At the end of the movie, now he's Lex Luthor. And it's just like, are you trying to piss me off? Because this is...
I'm trying to impress you.
It's not impressive. You know what would have been impressive? If he went into the alien goo ship and then he lost his hair then. And then he freaked the fuck out about it then, and that's why he cuts himself open and makes a creepy monster baby.
I don't know, just make him not smart in that case.
He's not smart. Is he smart going into that and going like, I'm going to create my monster baby and maybe this will work? The only time he's smart is when he pits Batman against Superman.
Yeah, that's the only.
That's the only time.
Yeah, and then he can.
And then after that, he automatically assumes Superman will either fail or Batman will kill him.
But
like,
no.
He doesn't think they're gonna work together. He doesn't think that.
No,
because he calls the people like, "Did you kill his mom?" And Batman goes, "Fuck you!" And then he's like, "What?"
Good thing we have a failsafe.
Is that a failsafe, or is that the only?
Doomsday is a failsafe.
But like you said, it's like, how would he have even conceived of that if he didn't have prior knowledge of something like that? Like, he only gets it like...
No. Doomsday is for when Superman wins. Then he needs the Doomsday to kill Superman.
But let's say he doesn't know about Doomsday, which he didn't. He had to get inside the ship first.
Yeah.
Which the way he does that is he chops off the fingerprints of Zod, and that's how he gets inside the ship. By the way, how long was that? 3 seconds of the movie, and it's literally in the middle.
Yeah.
It's like a puzzle box.
It's like he created a monster like in 1 hour, 2 hours.
Like, things are already in motion when he's trying to do this shit. And it's like you're trying to follow along, and you're like, okay, we go from Batman to Superman to Lois Lane being a dumb bitch talking to some senator.
Oh yeah, talking about she's so dumb. In the very beginning, she's trying to talk with. She's in Africa talking.
She's talking to a terrorist.
Yeah. Oh, are you a terrorist? Really?
That's literally the first question she asks. My question is, what was she doing there? Obviously,
yeah. I don't even know what.
Even the characters in the movie, like the government characters, go, "Why were you there? All you did was make the situation worse. Yeah. You made Superman look like a fucking crazy person." It's like
they use that to playing Superman.
Yeah, that's how like it starts. The Superman's a bad guy because like in the beginning, Lex Luthor's goons kill a bunch of terrorists basically,
and then they go and terrorize the town and pin them.
Yeah, and then they go kill a town, and then they make it seem like Superman did it all.
Yeah.
And that's why they had like special bullets or something. I don't even get what the bullets
what's
meant.
the bullet for?
The bullet was just a MacGuffin to Lois Lane to find out it was LexCorp.
Yeah.
And that's it.
And didn't do much.
Like the bullets
because
didn't mean anything.
Yeah, didn't mean it. She said, "Oh, it's LexCorp," and then she got captured.
I know Lois Lane is supposed to be a damsel in distress, but this movie takes that for granted way too much.
Too much.
Because she isn't even a character anymore. She's literally the thing that gets the story to the next scene. She's like the
plot device.
Yeah, she's
not even.
She's the I call her a trophy because like every single time she gets in trouble, it's like, here comes Superman.
Yep.
And was that the case in the other movies?
It's 970 anymore, man. It's still doing that.
Like, were they doing that in Man of Steel? Was Lois Lane literally just falling off buildings the whole time? And Superman going, "Hi, I'm here. What's up, baby? Oh, I gotta go do the plot now. I'll be right back. Go throw some important plot devices in a well for me." You know I like that. You know, it's just, it's so I can't say words.
It's too late. It's 2 a.m.
Inconceivable. And there's even more stuff I can complain about, but it's probably so late that my brain can't process as dumb things anymore.
Yeah.
And it's just ejecting as much as it can. And like what else was like really fucking stupid?
What's not stupid?
I mean, like it hinged on the whole movie that this thing happened. Oh, well, so like a cool scene I want to talk about that I think is pretty cool is Lex Luthor employs this guy who got devastated by the Superman attacks in Man of Steel, and he uses that guy to like be like a witness about how bad Superman is. And like the National Congress in Washington D.C. with like senators and important people. And then it's all the guys, so that like Superman's there to talk to them, and it's like the guy's wheelchair is rigged to explode, and he kills everybody, and Superman just stands there and goes, "Oh, shit."
I could stop it.
I couldn't stop it, but I don't know if I noticed.
Yeah, he just didn't notice.
It's just like it's trying to make you feel like this guy's just like the worst.
Superman is incompetent.
He's like a teenager with a gun. It's like he has no idea.
No one that everyone don't trust him.
But he doesn't trust him. Like
he's trying to trust himself. I think.
No, he doesn't. Because every fucking time he says he goes to Lois, and he goes, "I don't know if I want to be a hero. I don't know if I'm what the world needs." And it's just like, fucking shut up, Superman. I mean, like.
and this is the coolest scene.
And then
we are complaining about the coolest scene.
Yeah, that's the thing. That because like when the guy explodes and he kills everyone, and it looks like Superman did it. I'm like, that's fucking Lex Luthor.
Yeah,
Lex Luthor's the kind of guy that would kill kids to prove the point that Superman's a dick.
Yep.
Like he's that kind of guy. He does shit like that. That's why he's a genius. And like part of me doesn't like this Lex Luthor because they make that genius quirk seem like he's just a wacky weirdo, and I don't know why geniuses have to be that way in Hollywood where they have to be like I have a disorder and it's just like why can't he just be smart? Why can't he just be smart? Like he's just a businessman. And he's just really fucking smart. Like he doesn't need to show it. Just when his plans come into action, it's like. Oh, that's why he's in charge. That's why he's the master. That's why he's doing the things he's doing. Because inside here, he's 5 moves ahead of you. And it's just like, no, we got to show him, like, be fucking weird. Like, he has to, like, have, like, a possession with something. Or he has to talk like a psychopath. That's why he's smart. Otherwise, you wouldn't know that, right? I really think there's a lot of condescension in this movie that ruined that ruined it. That
Yeah.
if they trust people and just let them fucking figure it out on their own.
No, I don't believe this director can do a good job. I hate him. I basically don't like all his movies. So.
Well, we're talking about pacing. All the film that needed longer scenes and slower scenes, and they even have the slow motion bullshit that you get from, Zack Snyder's movies. Not in the right sections.
No.
Not where they should be. Not in devastating scenes, not in fight scenes even. And then you get like the funeral scenes and the oh god, look at that book. You get the funeral scenes, you get like, the love scenes, way too long. We don't need 5 minutes of Superman and Lois Lane goo kissing each other before a battle or before something where it's like, I love you, yeah, I love you, yeah, I love you. And it's just like, we don't need that. You could have cut that and we could have had more dialogue between Bruce and Alfred, or more dialogue of Lex Luthor and Superman, or you could have added more to the scenes that were actually cool and made the movie fun. And I agree with critics where it's like this movie refused to have fun because it was on a mission to get you to understand what the movie's about.
So just
it's
be
like,
clear, no fun does not mean they don't have jokes. No fun does not mean they're not trying to.
Although they didn't have very many jokes, and if they were
No.
jokes, they were poorly done. Like, not even. How would you know it's a joke if it's said
I'm
in such a way?
still stand by this. It cannot relate to either Superman and cannot relate to Batman. It can't even relate to Lex Luthor much. So it's very hard to get excited for all the actions all the actions.
All the action seems forced. It seems like it was made specifically for trailers.
Yeah, so you watch trailer, basically watch this movie already.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Because anything of actual detail is kind of scratched out by the effects of the fog, the smoke, the buildings falling down. There's a lot, like, you got that in Man of Steel, oh, they don't stop. They keep that up. If it's not a building, it's a...
I think
Space
only
dust.
thing we are missing is slow motion.
There was some slow motion.
Was there?
It was just
I
in
remember.
scenes that didn't require it.
Really?
Yeah, when Bruce's parents get shot,
Oh yeah.
the
you're
bullets
right.
falling down, and
Not in the action shot, supposedly Zack Snyder's favorite, but
And-
no, not here.
and another scene is at the very end when Superman's getting a military funeral, like an American military
There's
funeral.
another thing I'm kind of very pissed about.
And okay, let's go for it.
Why America?
Why America? Because he's America's hero, George.
Right, Clark Kent is American citizen, yes, but what he's fighting is more global things.
Well, here's
He's going overboard to save people. So
Supposedly.
so the hearing, the thing happens to
Yeah, America.
Africa, but why it's the hearings in Africa? It's American senators doing this. Why is that? And then in the end, the flag he's carrying on his casket is American flag. It's not a planet flag or the United.
Does Krypton have a flag?
Or the United States, United Nations
That would
flag.
make a little bit more
It
sense.
makes sense. No, we got American flag.
I mean, in the comic books, they had this plot
That's
detail.
90s.
It applies to movies because the movies haven't caught up, have they?
They should.
They haven't. They haven't caught up. They haven't.
That's why I'm pissed. They should look forward.
They should know
They should
better.
be more progressive. No, still American.
This movie,
America?
this movie, so much so that they should know better. They've had tons of source material, thousands of animations, hundreds of stories, comics out the wazoo. There's no excuse why everything is as jumbled as it is and chaotic. It shouldn't be
I
chaotic.
remember that in the Justice League, Superman died not because the Doomsday. I think it's with the Savage. That
Oh yes,
Yeah, so-
the immortal guy.
yeah.
And he was a genius too. He's
Yeah,
basically like
so-
immortal
So Superman
Lex Luthor.
died, but how did they bury him? I remember, and then he go back in time. This is the other thing. But how did they bury him?
They shot him out in space, I think.
Or something like that.
Yeah.
It's
not. He didn't get a American military funeral. That's
No.
for damn sure. And they even have the same kind of casket that he was buried in
with the
S.
Superman mark.
and it's the same one as the comics did. So
Yeah,
they
yeah,
got
yeah,
the
yeah.
reference right, but they got everything else wrong. That to me is worse. When you know you have the reference and you choose to ignore why
See?
it's important.
Sorry, I need to bring up Civil War. Civil War, what was trying to go after?
Trying to do the source material.
No, so who is trying to after Avenger in the Civil War? It's United Nations, not United States America. So the thing is global. You feel that, but
So yes, there's probably more we can talk about, but we've talked fucking enough about
too
this
much.
movie. If you've even made it this far, good for you. Because I don't know.
Do you think we can upload this, or we need to separate it to parts?
We could upload it, but it'll take a while.
That's okay. Let's do it.
So yeah, so like if you want us to, so I give it a 1 out of 5 or whatever. Cause
1 kind of low.
but it felt like that kind of movie for me. Cause it wasn't
1 is like Green Lantern.
really okay.
Maybe half lantern.
Okay,
half
2 out of 5 then. How about that?
1.5.
So
That's 5.5 for me. Maybe 2.
because it's like it's more disappointing when you have something that could have been good and it feels like the people just didn't understand why they don't understand the source.
Director fault.
They don't understand
It's
why it's
director fault.
good, and so they go, well, I'll just put my stuff in it and people will like it because they like that stuff. And
And I don't exactly like the actor for Superman either.
well, I mean, he's a good Superman. They just don't let him act.
No, yeah, you're correct, because he always one facial expression.
He's always staring at something. He's always looking down at people, and he's always sad.
Yeah.
He's never allowed to be happy. He's never allowed. I mean,
Maximus angry, but that's it.
I mean, he does have a scene where he kind of
Yeah,
forces
yeah.
himself upon Lois Lane in a bathtub. Which
But
is,
that's Clark Kent, not Superman.
well, that's the problem. We didn't get enough scenes of Clark Kent. Like you would get scenes where it's like, oh, is it Clark Kent? Like you get him as Clark Kent, like interviewing people, and those are interesting. But they were literally throwaway scenes for the trailer.
Yeah.
That's all you get out of that. Everything else, he's Superman and he's brooding. And like Bruce Wayne, it's just like you get more scenes of him as Bruce Wayne, and it's kind of interesting, but not because he's not very interesting.
So, will you suggest people to watch this movie in the theater? I say no. You just watch trailer. Good enough.
I would like if you're a really dedicated fan to DC.
Then
comics,
we don't. They don't even need our suggestion. They will
True,
watch.
but there are people like there were people in the, like if you think we were the only ones that didn't have a good time, there were lots of people with loud objections to what they just watched because they were expecting Batman versus Superman, and instead they got this hodgepodge of who knows. Like the fight they got, they were like, oh, that's it.
Well, only thing I heard is just wait 2 hours.
I just wasted 2.5 hours of my life.
Yeah.
Someone actually said that.
Yeah, out loud.
So it's not just it's like the masses aren't eating this up either. Like they wanted something else too. So I'm assuming if you're a fan and you're not sure if you should go see it because you got burned on Man of Steel, it might burn you
But
again.
what I heard is Man of Steel is even worse than this movie. So I cannot even imagine how bad Man still was. So.
At least this one has Batman. I mean, and Wonder Woman. And again, Wonder Woman only appears at the very end of the movie. She's in there a little bit, like she's her alter ego.
There.
And she's
Diana Prince.
Yeah.
Diana Prince.
And she appears a little bit,
Yeah.
But the only time you see her as Wonder Woman is the literal end of the movie, where she fights Doomsday in a horrible CGI battle that you can barely see. And
the background's horrible, by the way.
Yeah,
because it's just muddy.
It's just
everyone one color together. Yeah. One color. That's oh my god, and almost same color as Doomsday. Who the freak is the design here? The not layout design. Who's the design of the setting?
I don't know.
It's horrible.
And it's so disconnecting when like Superman dies due to Doomsday and just Wonder Woman and Batman are standing there looking awkward while Lois goes
super awkward.
Superman's dead, and it's just like
Boo-hoo.
These two barely know each other, and
they barely know Superman.
They barely know anything of anything's going on right now. They were literally dragged into this because of Lex Luthor.
Yeah,
and it's just like you, as the audience, feel kind of like them, where you're like, "What the fuck is happening?" I guess that the good guys win. Like the death of Superman, totally unnecessary.
Totally Doomsday.
Totally save that for another movie. Save that for Justice League, because that makes more sense in Justice League because it was done in Justice League. If you're talking about like Doomsday, like yeah, Superman had him solo. Do that in a Superman movie. Don't do it in this movie.
It's supposed to be a Superman movie.
No, it's Superman versus Batman. It's Batman versus Superman. That was the point of this. That's what they sold it on. Yeah. Yes, they revealed Doomsday was in the movie, which. Fuck,
in the credit roll, Batman is the first one, the second Superman. So it's supposed Batman is the one. Superman is in the back.
You want to know why? Because Batman makes money and Superman doesn't.
Well, Man still makes money.
Not as much as Batman, and they know it, and that's why they keep on going. Hey, there's Batman. You guys like Batman, right?
So, Wonder Woman. Solo movie. Will you watch it?
I don't trust DC anymore.
But different directors.
Was it a different director for Green Lantern? I don't.
The next one.
I don't trust DC because they don't understand their own characters, which baffles me. This should be easy for them. They're able to do it in animation. Why can they not do it in film? Marvel got it. It took them a few tries.
Marvel doesn't do that good on their animation department.
And they're in Disney, so they have no excuse anymore. They have the best animators in the world, so it's just
China.
Can you only focus on one thing? Like, is that the problem here? Is just like if all your good writers only go to one medium? Is that the issue?
I don't know.
Cause like seriously, it's like, how hard is it to just do what you're doing already? You're doing it already. Like even your shitty stories are more interesting than what we just saw.
Like what?
Like Flashpoint. Flashpoint's an interesting story. It's stupid as shit, but it's interesting. It's a coherent plot. You get it? Yeah, it's Flash fucks his own timeline trying to regenerate his mom. And he fucks everything up. And so he has to fix everything because everything's fucked up. And then he does.
Kinda.
He does.
Just
he stops himself from doing it and he fixes the time.
Yeah, but they just, for their reason to kind of, soft reboot of this.
Well, yeah, it was an excuse to restart everything. But the point still stands. It's still interesting. Like, reading it, you know what's happening. You get why it happened. And they got to do some interesting things in it that made you enjoy it for a little bit. And you didn't feel...
Okay, you watch it just for the Batman there and the Joker Mall.
Sure, but if that was the only thing that I got out of it, why would I bother reading the comic then?
Fine.
You know, why would I bother reading the series? I don't give a shit then, right? Since it's just that one part. But obviously the rest of it was good enough for me.
Okay.
I was like, okay, this is one of those alternate timeline stories that I like. I like those types of things. I already know the character's origins. You fuck it up for me so that I can go, oh, now Superman's a Nazi. You know, it's different, and that's good. And so, in this case, with this movie, they tried to stick to certain comics, failed to understand what that even means in the grand scheme of things, and then at the last second added their own bullshit back in it and just completely obliterated the whole idea entirely. And I don't know why. You could have... Easiest way to fix this movie, don't put Darkseid in it. Just have more drama with Superman and Batman. Have more scenes of Superman trying to do good and fucking up, and him constantly questioning what the fuck the point is. Have the Senate be more in it. Have the government be more like other than just dirt. You know, they're derping around. Have them actually do something a government would actually do. Like they kept saying, "Oh, we're trying to get this as realistic as possible." We got Anderson Cooper. We got fucking Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Oh yeah.
And we're treating this as real as fucking. Then do it. Then go full force. If you've already got
do
people
lying.
Do
you want DC to make Marvel movie? That's what Marvel did.
Yes, that's exactly what I want.
Oh yeah, it's not good. Now all the DC fans come to jump out to say no.
Fuck you guys. This is your fault. This is your fault for letting this shit happen. You should know better than this. You're asking them to ruin your babies. You're asking them to fuck your shit up. Marvel is doing things at least a little bit correctly. Sure, they can still fuck it up and you can complain about it. But they're not completely throwing everything out, trying to entertain you, going, look, I made the zombie version of your parents. Are you happy now? Are you happy? Look, your parents are not dead as much anymore. It's like... No, I'm not happy. Make it not creepy and not weird. Like you understand what's going on. I need substance. That's what movies are.
Yeah, I agree.
So if you think that this movie is good, you need to watch more things.
I don't think you should suggest that, but I would love to know why you think this movie is good, because I just can't.
Like if it just fits your tastes, and it's like it's
what
just
kind of taste?
Dumb action movies.
It's not even good action.
That's all the movie is though. It's just people fighting and breaking shit. That's it. It's like a Transformers movie almost. It's better. It's better than a Transformers movie because it actually has plot, but.
I don't know. The first Transformers movie is good. I didn't watch 2, 3, 4 because I'm just.
But it's CGI fighting each other and buildings exploding. That is what's happening. And then you have Lex Luthor, and you're like, oh, finally a scene.
You know what's the worst? Not worst about fighting scene. All the fighting scenes in the dark. They are all in the night. Night scene, dark
yeah,
scene.
the only one in
so,
day is
so
like the terrorist
they are
one.
not only they
That's not
use
even
the dim light to hide things, and then it's a very cheap way to make those fighting, and then they look horrible.
Well, and then you add CG to a couple of them.
Yeah.
And it's like there's no point at all. Like
if we're going to see good fight scene, the only good fight scene is Batman fight with the people who kidnapped Superman's mom.
Yeah, that's the only scene that comes to my
mind.
mind.
But it's still not good enough since we'll get Daredevil. I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, if you're talking about like the TV series or the Netflix series, yeah.
They don't even use the shaky can. They use here, so it's just kind of
I mean, like even in like Batman Begins like the early Batman movies, they had more interestingly choreographed fights.
Oh yeah, that's true.
This one, it just felt like, oh, time to fight. Have our guys come in and do some stunt flips, and oh look, Batman punches a guy. Like there's not like there's like only one thing he does that you're like, okay, that's pretty Batman. Everything else is just literally him just like.
So
it's like
this
okay.
movie is it even worse than the Batman and Robin?
No. Because it's not so bad you can make fun of it.
That's a problem. Of course, this is a problem.
There's certain parts you can.
Batman and Robin is so bad at making fun of that.
The
and
whole
this
movie
is hilarious.
Yeah.
But this movie, it's just boring. Which is worse thing than just being laughably bad.
It's boring because they're doing things you've seen before and they're doing them wrong.
Yeah.
It's like a comedian coming up to you trying to tell you a joke you've heard about, like Monty Python jokes. It's like somebody coming up to you and telling you all the Monty Python jokes you've already heard and doing them in a poor way that makes them not funny at all.
Yeah.
Like, your father was
Rubber chicken.
Yeah, the snowsberries, blah, blah. And you're like, wow, this guy sucks. and that's kind of what's happening here, where it's like they know who they know who the characters are. They know why they are. They know what to do with them. And after a while, they just screw it up. It's like they start telling the joke and they just get it wrong. For no reason. They should know better.
Will you watch the Suicide Squad?
Suicide Squad, like I saw
In
the
the
trailer.
other hand, it looks pretty good.
It looks pretty good.
Yeah.
At least the Joker. Like, people have been crapping on Jared Leto, but from what I see from the trailer, he looks pretty cool. I want to see it because I'm a huge Joker fan. And I don't care who plays Joker. If it's good, I will enjoy the movie. I don't care if the rest of the movie's shit. If the Joker
I don't know.
is
The
convincing.
rest of the movie looks interesting. I'm not even say it looks fun because people will criticize me. So, oh, it's fun. But anyway. So, how about the Lego Batman?
Lego Batman. I mean, if you even watch Lego Movie, why wouldn't you see that movie? It's just fucking hilarious. Like, you should go see the trailer to Lego Batman because it's pretty freaking entertaining. It doesn't tell you anything, and it's just like it's Batman microwaving shit, and it's just like that's fucking amazing.
Like he's doing the mistake normal people would do.
Yeah. Well, don't explain the joke. Just like it's just that alone should be like, okay, well, this is the comedy we want. You know, this is the level we want for people. So yeah, that's our opinions on this movie.
Yeah.
Don't
hate us.
I don't care if you hate me. I mean, like, if you like this movie, good.
You're wrong.
Good. No, you're not wrong. But
you can have your own opinion. That's fine.
I'm just saying, go read some other source materials.
Don't say that.
Why? Why is that wrong? But you are wrong is right.
Because I'm more direct.
I'm trying to suggest that there's reasons why Batman versus Superman, people know about it and people want to see that. People know about Batman, people know about Superman. This movie kept telling us, no, you don't know who these characters are. Let us tell you what they are. And it ruined it because it's like, no, we just want to see Batman and Superman fight. We don't need our hand held. So it's just like, go read the comic book. Like, there's like 3 different comic books where Superman and Batman fight. And some are good, some are not so good. Read them all and go, oh yeah, that probably would have looked better than the movie one, because in the movie one, the way they resolve it is the mom's name.
I'm sorry.
If that was in a comic book, then I don't know what to say. But I think people would complain a lot louder if that was in a comic book. But people would be like, I hope that's not in this movie. Because of all the plot points, that one is just... I want to think of something more ridiculous.
But why would they have same mom's name in the first place?
They do. In canon, they do have the name
yeah,
Martha.
I know, but why would they have their name in the first place?
Because the people who created these characters weren't very creative, George.
I guess.
Like the Metropolis and Gotham, both names of cities.
At least Gotham, the name is from like phone book.
Yeah.
It's random and somehow it just...
Everyone's mom was named Martha in the 30s. Don't ask me.
Okay. Okay, we should stop here. Gosh.
Yeah.
Just way too long, like 1.5 hours.
Yeah.
So way too long.
Yeah.
Not a good thing.
Go have fun, guys, or whatever.
Yeah, we need to go to bed.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Bye.